Hello everyone, my name is Damian Machuca. I and my classmate Danny Najim will be covering a presentation over student loan forgiveness. We are currently students at the University of Houston in downtown. Our professor is Professor Kessler, and this is for the class of Business Communication 3350. Our table of contents, we will be covering what is the Student Loan Forgiveness Plan, also known as SLFP, who is eligible for the SLFP, a student loan forgiveness plan, or public student loan forgiveness, the current issues, pros, cons, economic concerns, reasons for the state appeals, student loan forgiveness under limited public student loan forgiveness waiver, and what this means to the future. What is the student loan forgiveness plan? It is important to learn that the student loan forgiveness is a program developed by the Biden administration. In his forgiveness plan, Biden would see up to 40 million students get their loans canceled. Successful applicants will have up to $20,000 worth of loan forgiven if they meet the minimum income requirements by the program. Since August 2022, the Biden administration has launched an online portal where borrowers can apply for the Student Loan Forgiveness Plan. The Student Loan Forgiveness Plan was validated by Biden for the 2022-2023 fiscal year. Who is eligible for the Student Loan Forgiveness Plan? It is also important to understand the eligibility. It is vital to understand which body runs the program. The Student Loan Forgiveness Plan is managed by Missouri Higher Education Loan Authority, also known as MOHELA. MOHELA is contracted by the United States to manage student loans in the states. Therefore, MOHELA performs the duties of the United States administration and therefore a public organization. It is not committed to shareholders and it is not driven by the need to make profits. Therefore, students who are under the federal student loans are eligible for the Student Loan Forgiveness Plan. If you're a current borrower and a dependent student, you will be eligible for the relief based on your parents' income rather than your own. If you receive a Pell Grant in college and meet the income threshold, you will be eligible for up to $20,000 in debt relief. If you made less than $125,000 yearly individually or less than $250,000 as a married couple. If your federal family education loans were eligible for payments paused that began in 2020, then they may be eligible for up to $10,000 cancellation. In this section, we will analyze the relevance of the student loan forgiveness with another plan called Public Service Loan Forgiveness. According to Helkowski and Beresford, Public Service Loan Forgiveness Plan initiatives were established to encourage American students to join low-paying employment fields. Such fields include nursing, military service, religious roles, public interest, and government employment opportunities. Borrowers in this field are eligible for student loan forgiveness plan applications. They must attain a 10-year worth of payments. In other words, they must receive a sum of 120 payments to qualify for the loan.
In this section, we will review the issues affecting the student loan forgiveness program. The Biden administration is currently being sued in an effort to stop its plan to cancel hundreds of billions of dollars in student loan debt. Several lawsuits have been made, but many of them have been dismissed. The argument behind this issue is because with relieving student loan debt in our current economic state, it would only make inflation worse for many. Wide-scale student loan forgiveness not only feels like wealth distribution, but also feels like a slap in the face to many hardworking Americans who also have or had financial struggles. Many Americans who paid off their student loan debts prior to Biden's announcement will not be eligible for a refund/forgiveness. The pros of student loan forgiveness program. Forgiveness would help boost the economy, which in result would benefit everyone. Households affected by the loan debt will now be able to afford a home or even save for retirement. Discharging such debt will help foster a healthier, most productive, and more socially constructive community. It will help recidify racial inequality, especially for Black students. Black students have twice as much debt as white students and have a default rate of 21% compared to 4% for white students. Now that you heard the pros, here are the cons of student loan forgiveness program. Discharging student loan debt would only be a temporary bandage for the much larger problem of inflated college costs. Student loan discharge via bankruptcy would only allow borrowers to abuse the loan system and encourage colleges to increase tuition. Student loan debt forgiveness would disproportionately help rich or more financially secured college students. Student loan forgiveness is an abuse of the loan system, so these people must be held responsible for their personal economic choices. Forgiving student loans is not fair to the people who have already paid off their debts. Economic concerns. Forgiving student loan debt would go to broadening the economic security throughout the country. Some experts and civilians have expressed their concerns that forgiving student loan debt might worsen already record high inflation. Forgiving student loans will reduce the number of goods, which is inflationary. The relief would cost $440 billion in a $22 trillion economy, or roughly 2%. The issue of high student debt loans in the U.S. has been an ongoing crisis that has been addressed by legal action.